Music and Dance. I am Ms. Hunsaker. I'm one of the choir directors, and I am the coordinator. Tonight, we will showcase our 7th and 8th grade band, choir, orchestra, and dance students. There will be an intermission after band and orchestra perform, during which time band and orchestra audience members are free to leave. And second half only audience members will be allowed in. Please only enter and exit the auditorium during intermission and during applause. Take a moment now to silence your cell phones and locate our exits. The pandemic created a unique opportunity for us. Normally, all of our programs perform separate fall concerts. Since we had very few performance experiences last year, and some 7th grade students have never been on stage before, we agreed to combine this year and offer our community a sampler platter of music and dance. We could not be here tonight without the support of our Hopewell families, who arranged transportation for sectionals in the morning, for rehearsals after school, bring the forgotten dress shoes, and who are committed to the success of our students. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the passion of these young artists. Finally, thank you to Ms. Sozansky, who is filling in for Ms. Tolleson tonight. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much for being here this evening. We were a little worried that we would fit. We tried this a couple of years ago, and it was just absolutely packed to the gills. We think the rotation's going to work really, really well. That was Creatures in the Attic, a little fun tune. You could hear all the little sound effects that we did. Trombones got to stand up, get the trombones a hand. We would like to recognize a couple of our students. We're going to wait until December to debut that group. Ms. Geringer was kind enough to allow us to keep a very small jazz combo class. Usually our jazz band was 12 to 18 kids. And then, of course, we didn't really get to recruit last year. And so we were able to recruit a small handful of them. I'd like to recognize them, and you will see them in the fall. We have our drummer, Andrew Contreras, right here. We have a tenor saxophone, doubling on tenor saxophone because in the concert ensemble he plays oboe, Joaquin Castillo. New to us from Ridgeview, we were so lucky to get Alan Sabat on trombone. And I'm not sure if our bass player, we have a returning 8th grade bass player, Bernice Debbie. She's going to be performing with the orchestra in a bit. Is she popping out anywhere? Okay, but Bernice plays bass for us. And so that group will be debuted at our winter concert in December. Our next tune is School Spirit, and this is a combined ensemble of all our 2nd and 3rd period 7th and 8th graders, and we actually have a couple of 6th graders that came to us with some experience. Please enjoy School Spirit. Thank you to Avery. Avery's helping me remember everything I was going to talk about tonight. So on November 2nd, if these guys didn't help me, I wouldn't make it through it. It's just been those kind of years, right? On November 2nd, we are going to have the annual Hopo Hernandez game. And since all of our students and all of the Hernandez Band students eventually end up as one big band over at Stony, in the past we have found it a lot of fun to get together with our band students and play. So we learn some of the same tunes, and we sit in the stands together. We'll do a little tailgate before the game, serve them hot doggies and that kind of stuff. So your students should be talking to you about whether or not they would be available that night, November the 2nd. And we'll try and get a head count on Friday so that we can make sure we've got enough snacks and sodas and all that kind of stuff. So just be thinking about that. Please welcome back Miss Walker, who started the year on family leave. She is my partner in crime, and I couldn't do all that we do for our band students without her. And it was a tough start to the year, but we're so glad to have her back. And we'll welcome her growing family, and that's just fantastic. Our final tune is going to be one of our favorites, Pep Rally Rock. And then, of course, after we're done, we're going to take our winds off that way so that we can transition to orchestra. And again, it is fantastic to play in front of people live again, all on stage. We were talking this morning about how a year ago we couldn't hear more than one kid play at a time because it was all on the Google Meet. And so it's just great to be back. Here's Pep Rally Rock. Thank you.